Good morning. Yesterday I did an 11-hour long thrift trip that includes an hour driving each way. I went to beautiful Marin County, which is just north of the Golden Gate Bridge. And basically it's the most wealthy area north of the Golden Gate. If you haven't been up to that area, I highly recommend it. The towns are super cute, quaint, beautiful little shops, in addition to the thrift stores, wonderful food, and of course, lots of wine in the wine country. Hi, this is Tracy from 707 Treasures, and I thank you for being here. I'm just getting started out on my YouTube channel, so if you could go ahead and just hit subscribe, that would be awesome, and get notified of any new videos. My initial thrift trip, I had 14 thrift stores plotted out, and this is my list. And I ended up going to 12 or 11 of the 14 shops. A couple of them were just too far out of the way. I had to be back in town by a certain time. And then on my list, I set that the first one opened at 7 a.m. and funny story, got there and it wasn't the St. Vincent de Paul thrift store. It was actually their soup kitchen. First thing I found at Jackson's Hardware was Spick and Span. If you know, you know. I paid, I think, $8 for each of them. I have 3 of them and I'm going to list them for about $60 just as one lot. Get them listed, get them gone. My second stop was the Salvation Army in San Rafael. And I found some good things there. They did have the color tags available. I think it was the green tag, so I found lots of those. So I'm just going to go through, show you what I found, and we will take a look together. Beautiful sweater from Ann Taylor. And cable knit, which is super in right now, and I paid $3.50. This is a Gap sweater, and I bought it. It's more recent Gap. I did buy it just because of the style, and I paid $4.99. This is an LLB flannel. It's a little wore out. I can't tell if it's an older or a newer LL Bean. It does say it was made in El Salvador, so I think it is a little bit older, and I paid $3.50. This is a Chico's tank top, great for layering. I bought it based on style, $4.99. I couldn't pass up this Patagonia. Has a Patagonia logo on the back, super lightweight. It was the green color tag, so it didn't have a price on it. They did give it to me for $1.99. It does have a logo for 25 years from this company, so it may take a little longer to sell, but good pickup nevertheless. Some athletic kids, athletic girls leggings for $2.50. They're pretty good condition. Athleta is a local company in San Francisco, so we do find lots of Athleta in our stores. This is a Fardy shirt and super soft. It has a name on it. It's called the Movement shirt. $2.50. This is a Talbot's. Not a huge Talbot seller. Know that they don't sell for a whole lot, but spring is coming, and look at this beautiful detail on it. So I did go ahead and pick this up for $4.99. Found some cut from the cloth. That's a pretty new brand to me, but this one is an 18W, so it is the larger size, which is why I did pick it up. Some of them sell great, others $20, but I did like the larger size, the baggier, which is in right now, getting rid of the skinny jeans for $8.99. All right, let me show you this label. This is Turnbull and Asher, and that is a new brand to me, but I can feel the quality in the shirts. And looking this up, this is probably like a $40 to $70 shirt. Still need to do a little bit more research, and it was $6.99. And found this pair of Pistola jeans. They're cut off at the foot, so they have some fraying. Super cute. They might fit my daughter. I don't know if she's going to keep them or not, but for $4.50, I figure they were worth a pickup. And then I found this box of action figures. I will almost never pass up action figures, especially when they're in lots like this. This was $7.99. The WWE guys caught my attention. There's about, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 of them. So I definitely know I'll get my $7.99 back. There's also Superman, Spider-Man, and all kinds of other miscellaneous figures. Google Lens is your friend when it comes to action figures. And last thing I picked up, which was the best thing at the Salvation Army, is a pillow pet. I remember my kids had these many years ago. I've never looked them up before, but this guy just caught my attention. He is the dolphin. I paid, I think, $3 for him. Comps on this guy go between $50 and $200, and I will pop one up. I need to do a little bit more research. Next up was the Goodwill in San Rafael, and I spent $126. This one had so many clothes. I don't think I've been in a Goodwill that was so packed like this one. Literally, you could move the clothes like this much. They also had a huge selection of children's clothes. I'm looking for like linen, really nice quality, nothing name brand, Carter's, none of that. I'm passing up on that. I was a little short on time and had a lot of places I wanted to stop, but I will definitely be going back to this Goodwill. I got a lot there, so I'm going to go through this just kind of quickly. They did have a color of the day, which was pink. I found absolutely no pink items on the rack until I was checking out, and there was a grocery cart filled with pink that they've already pulled. So I only got one color of the day, which was these blue and gray shorts. Picked them up. They're 100% linen, and they were $3.50. A new brand to me, Picaro. I picked it up. It's an Anthropologie brand. I'm probably going to give this one to my daughter. Another Picaro I picked up based on style. Where's the top of it? There we go. Has a great little glitter detail in it, shimmer. So I picked it up style base, and it was $7.29. Found a couple Untuckits today. And this is the first one, $8.99. So this Goodwill was a little bit higher priced, which I was kind of disappointed in. Ours at our local store, these are about $7.99 or $7. Picked up these beautiful plants from Athleta, another Athleta brand. They're Cabo linen joggers. So thinking like vacation, holiday, travel, and they're linen, and they were $7.99. Got a couple Peter Millars for $8.99. Just going to show you the prints on them. I picked them up based on prints. They're all the same size, extra large, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and lot them together. It's another one. And the third Peter Millar. I love this one. It's a blue with kind of a pink stripe in it. So very, very beautiful. J. McLaughlin. Never really picked up the men's. I've never seen men's, but I did go ahead and pick this up for $7.99. Still need to look at comps, but we'll check it out. Got everything just thrown in my bag, and they're starting to get wrinkled. So this is a David Donahue. I like this brand. They're very beautiful shirts. I pick them up frequently for my husband. They have beautiful detail on the buttons. And this one, I think might be a little too small for him. $8.99 for this one, but look at the color. It is beautiful. They're not huge resellers, so I do try to wait until they're half off, and then I will pick those up. Kids pants that I got, they caught my eye because they are linen, and they are Janie and Jack. If you don't watch Trash Panda's Thrift, check her out. She is huge at the bins, style base, and that's where I learned about this brand just recently. And these are new with tags, and they were $3.79. Kofandy, it's a newer brand to me, but they have a decent sell-through rate. Here's what the tag looks like, and you can just feel the quality. I'm a huge toucher when I'm out thrifting. If something feels like a good quality, it probably is, and I picked that one up. Here's a great brand to know. You want to check the comps on them, but Escada. That's what the label looks like. This is Escada Sport. These are like a wide leg, super cute. These were $9.99, so I did pay up a little bit more than I think I wanted to, but I've sold this brand before. They sell decent, and these are 100% cotton. Look at the detail on the front. Super cute. And then I picked up this Lauren Conrad. I'm probably keeping this one for myself. I actually have the same shirt in probably like 4, 5, 6 different colors or patterns. So most likely I'm keeping this one for myself. And last but not least is this blazer that I paid $9.99 for. The brand is Massimo Dutti, and it is made in Portugal. That's what caught my attention second after I touched it. But just a beautiful women's blazer. And the retail price for these Massimos is very decent and a good sell-through rate. So I spent a total of $126.42. My next stop was the Mount Carmel thrift store. And this one's a small shop. It's run by, I don't know if they're volunteers, but they're more elderly. Funny story, they had some Picasso plates there for $300. And I Google lensed them, checked them out. They had a little sticker on them that said eBay price $600, asking $300. And I looked up the Google comps using the research tool. The last one sold for $35. So I took it upon myself to just show the lady that does the pricing how to look up actually sold listings. They're just Picasso print. They're not hand painted by Picasso or anything crazy like that. But she was actually ecstatic to learn from younger people, she said. I spent $51.35. This Mount Carmel shop is in Mill Valley. Mill Valley is a super cute town. Highly recommend it if you want to do some touristy stuff north of the Golden Gate Bridge. First thing I picked up was a goodie brush for 25 cents. It's old. It has the removable little bristles. I love selling old hairbrushes. There's a couple hairs to take out of it, and then it's good to go. This was a new brand to me, Ike Bahar. I could just feel the quality in it, and it's a beautiful pattern. And I paid, I think $6. They don't have price tags on most of their stuff. They just have flat pricing. Decent selection there. Little bit of everything. They do have a downstairs with lots of home goods. So if you're looking for home goods, but not much artwork, ceramics, anything like that. Just an Untuck It shirt, great pattern. Ralph Lauren, I think this is a women's shirt. I need to do a little bit more research. It's just a size small. Maybe women's, maybe men's small. I don't know. Have to figure that out. Another Ralph Lauren. This one has the pony on it. Long sleeve. Decent pattern. Pick that up. I usually pick up most Ralph Lauren if they're cheap enough. They are good bread and butter items. Another one I learned from Trash Thrift Panda. Crew Cuts is J. Crew's kids line and super cute for vacation. Summer's coming. It's only $1.50, so can't pass that one up. And then I have a Tommy Bahama. I don't pick up a lot of Tommies anymore. I went through my Hawaiian shirt phase. I still love to sell Hawaiian shirts, great patterns, but Tommy Bahama sits unless it has great pattern. This one's just a plain white long sleeve, but it is linen, which is why I did go ahead and pick it up. It's a size medium, so it might take a little bit longer to sell. But summer, spring's coming, vacation, resort, those are keywords I'm going to use. And then I got another cut from the cloth, just simple, basic. These are probably going to go to my daughter. And then last but not least, and it was actually the first thing I picked up, is these beautiful driving shoes from Allen Edmonds. If you don't know this brand, learn it. Allen Edmonds, here's what it looks like on the bottom. And I paid $12 for them. They look almost brand new. This one has just a little bit of dirt, needs to be cleaned, but the suede is awesome. And looking at comps, I'm probably going to list these about $70 to $100. Still need to do a little bit more research. Next stop was Diamonds in the Rough, which is a consignment store. So it is a little bit more on the expensive side. There's actually lots of consignment stores in Marin County. This is the only one that I actually went to. And it was awesome because she did have a lot of items marked down to $10. So I got some pretty good stuff for only $10. And the first couple things I got were mother's jeans. Somebody shared mother's jeans. I've never seen them in the wild. I saw so many. This is what the label looks like on the inside. It's got a little tiny tag of mother back there. Look at the comps on them. I need to look up these particular styles. But I did look up this one, and it's about $50. Probably what I'm going to list it for. I paid $10. These are a little bit skinnier, tapered leg, but we'll see how they do. Got a pair of Hudson's, double button. These are probably going to go to my daughter. They're a little skinnier, so we'll see how she feels about those. This is a Bowden, more of a bread and butter brand, but it feels super soft, super brand new. Look at the sleeves on that. Nautical, beach, resort, vacation. Those are keywords I'm going to use. And then this is an Eileen Fisher. I've never found Eileen Fisher in the wild. I find lots of it in Marin County. And I'm thinking this is more like a tunic. It's a size large. It's a little bit longer. So we will see how this one does. And then I could not leave this dress. Oh my gosh. Actually, it's not a dress. It's a skirt. I thought it was a dress. Look at this. I don't know how well you guys will see it. It's a long maxi dress, beautiful colors. I wish it fit me, but it's not my size, and it's a Bowden, and I can't wait to get this one listed. I found some Lululemon, just basic Lululemon. It does have this little skirt on it, which is kind of interesting. They were $10, picked them up. And then this, I think, is an Eileen Fisher. This is just beautiful. Eileen Fisher cardigan, like a short cardigan, super soft, $10. And then I couldn't leave these. They are running shorts, chicken legs. Never heard of them before. I'm not a runner, but these are new with tags. They had 2 pairs of them. Comps are pretty solid on these, about $20 to $30. Look at the pineapples with the sunglasses. Runner shorts. They have the little underwear inside. I couldn't leave them. And then I got these pair of Doc Martens. Anything over $20 in the store was marked half off. These are almost brand new, white, no wear on the soles, and picked these up for $20. And as I'm standing there paying, I look over and what do I see? A pair of Teeks. If you don't know Teeks, now you know. These were $10, comps $50 to maybe $80. Still need to do a little bit of research on this specific color. They're like a bronze. Look at them. They're brand new. No wear on them. I'm actually going to list these as new without tags because somebody bought them, set them in their closet, and never wore them. I wish I had that kind of money. $120 at Diamonds in the Rough. So the next ones came from St. Patrick's Thrift in Larkspur, which is another super cute town. It's where we have the ferry building that goes to San Francisco. However, on the other side of the freeway is the actual town, and just adorable. If you're ever in Northern California, north of San Francisco, go visit the town of Larkspur. Just a couple things here. This was St. Patrick's Thrift. I spent $39.43. This one, I don't know if I'll go back to. It's a super small thrift store run by a church, and it's on a super busy street. I had to go around about twice just to find parking, and traffic is packed. You can't get across. Just very inconvenient for the few things that I did find. However, I did have some good finds there. I found a pair of kids' pants, just starting to pick up kids. They had this little logo on them. And it says that they are Danafe. I've never heard of that brand before, but they had it. They're organic cotton, cute little logo. So I thought, you know what? They were 10 cents. I'll pick them up, see what happens. First thing I found when I walked in was these beautiful shoes. These are another pair of Allen Edmonds, and they were $40. However, all the shoes were 50% off, so $20 for some Allen Edmonds. Gonna pay for themselves in a minute. What I found was this wonderful robe. Just a plain white robe. However, it does have the Ritz-Carlton on it, and it's a zipper up top. I looked up comps real quick. There's like a 68% sell-through rate, super heavy, one size fits all. Look at that on the sleeve. And it was $2, so how can I say no? And then I found just a couple of Tupperware little cups, $1 each. And I don't like to pick up Tupperware too often, but I don't know why I did, but I did. And then my second to last stop was Bloom, which is in San Rafael. And San Rafael is a little bit difficult in the afternoon. Streetwise, there's only a couple main streets. It's kind of interesting. My GPS took me all the back roads. So I got a really nice tour of the redwoods going between Larkspur and San Rafael. Outside, they had $5 for most items. And I got quite a few $5 items. And then when I'm checking out, she goes, oh, we have a special thing. You get buy two, get one free, or 3, 1 free. I don't know. But she told me I can get one more item for free. So went back and grabbed one more thing off the rack. All of these items are $5 each, and I'll just go through them quickly. This is an Everlane. If you don't know this brand, check it out. And this is a linen dress. Super cute. Buttons, $5. This is an INC, not a brand I usually pick up, but I'm thinking I might keep this one for myself. Check this one out. This is beautiful. Nanette Lepore, and regularly had it marked at $12, had it marked down to $5. And look at that beading. Isn't that beautiful? And it's silk. LL Bean men's shirt, $5. Express, not a brand I usually pick up, but super clean, soft, feels like it's freshly dry cleaned. Pick those up. St. Croix, 100% cotton, made in Italy. That's what caught my eye. Look at that pattern. Beautiful. It does have 2 little stains on it that I didn't see, but I'm going to try to wash it and see if those will come out. And just the material, you can feel the quality in the material. And then I went back and grabbed the Rinse Spooner. This is a more current one. Wouldn't be one I would normally pick up, but since it was free, grabbed it real quick. It's a long sleeve. You don't see many Hawaiian shirts long sleeve. So I went and grabbed this one, and for $5, this is probably, I don't know, $20, $25, bread and butter. And then check out this Bowden dress. No, I'm sorry, Untuck It. Check out this Untuck It dress. I've never bought Untuck It as a brand for dresses, but I could feel the quality in it. It's a beautiful maxi dress. Has the belt on it. And for $5, can't pass that up. And then the last thing I got that was discounted is this tie. Beautiful tie just to begin with. But look, Burberry, London. This basically was $1 for this beautiful Burberry tie. I don't pick up a lot of ties, but I'm never going to pass up a Burberry. Excellent condition, no stains on it, no snags, for $1. And then I got a couple pairs of pants there that were not on the $5 rack. I got these Adreno Goldschmieds linen for $14. And then I got some Mother jeans. This pair was $10. You can see the Mother's logo right there. And these have the free bottoms. And then these I'm hoping fit me. These are my size. I've never owned a pair of Mother jeans. I don't know why they're so expensive. These are the Wilder Getaway Girl. Style name is in the pocket, which makes it really easy to check for comps. And these were $14. Oh, and look at the flare leg. That's cute. I'm hoping these fit me. The last place I went was the Marin Humane Thrift Store. Super small store. I don't know if I'll go back to this one. Had to circle the block a couple times. You can't turn right on red. You got to wait for the long lights, which is on a main road. So I spent $34 there. I did, however, get a couple of nice pieces. This one is an Airy and Ollie. So a newer brand to me. I have seen it in some other videos. But look at this. Goth, Whimsigoth, party. It's a very beautiful like lace with the shirt underneath. So it was, I spent a total of $34. I don't remember how much each item was. And if you don't know Psycho Bunny, check out the logo. It's got the Psycho Bunny on the front. And I paid $10 for this. I think the comps are right around about $40, $50 for this polo, and it's a larger size too. It's a size 7. They do have vanity sizes, so it is a little bit larger, which I like because it makes them faster sellers. And then the last thing I got was this Eileen Fisher shirt. Just a simple black layering piece, nothing fancy to it, but that's about, it is silk, and it was $12. So really nothing too exciting there. And just for that, I don't think I'll be going back to that store. If you stuck around this long, I appreciate it. This is my first YouTube video, so go ahead and subscribe down below and like it, and I will hopefully do some more haul videos for you. Have a great weekend.